Hi, it's John Terry with Vision Advisors, and I want to welcome you to an opportunity to learn about a new life insurance opportunity with one of our premier carriers, F&G. With us today is Danielle Davis, National Account VP, and she's going to be talking about a solution we think you're going to find interesting. And as you're looking at the tools in your toolbox, this is going to be a unique tool that you're going to want to pull out and have an opportunity to show to your clients, because it's going to fix some financial problems that many of them may be dealing with. And I think it's a story you're really going to enjoy hearing. So Danielle, let's talk about Execudex.
Thanks so much, John. Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Danielle Davis. I'm one of the National Account VPs here at F&G, and we're very excited to share this story with you around an exclusive opportunity from us here at F&G, the F&G Execudex IUL. So during today's agenda, we'll cover why you would want to sell the F&G Execudex within your book of business, what is Execudex, and how easy is it to do business in Execudex. So Execudex will truly bring together first of its kind combination where we are bringing to you an exclusive process to offer speed to issue, along with amazing product design that will give you tax advantage performance and income within your IUL. And we've designed that and packaged all of that together for a target market. So this is truly a product designed for those executives that have limited time and want to purchase a tax advantage product for their supplemental retirement income. So until now, all of these features never existed together, and we're bringing them to you in one solution, the F&G Execudex. Execudex truly is our first IUL in the fast lane. It's ready to start driving business into the affluent market. It's very turnkey for you to offer your distribution and your clients with competitive income potential thanks to a funding bonus rider that we'll cover a little bit later. It's also going to offer true industry-leading application to issue turnaround time. Execudex offers an exclusive instant approval process that I'll share more with you about shortly. And together, it's this first of its kind combination for streamlined processing along with permanent protection with great performance for that affluent targeted market. When we look at Execudex and its design, this slide really is one great summary and snapshot for you. So it's an accumulation IUL, issue ages 18 through 60. The target market for this one is going to be ages 35 to 55, available in face amounts of $500,000 to $1 million, with underwriting classes Express Non-Tobacco and Express Tobacco. In addition to our S&P and fixed strategy buckets, we also will offer our proprietary domestic volatility controlled index, the Barclays Trailblazer Sectors 5. It's an annual point-to-point with no spread and no cap. And look at that 170% participation rate. Again, we've got a rapid issue IUL with an awesome high participation rate. We don't stop there. Execudex will offer you living benefits, terminal and chronic illness available at no additional charge. And in addition to an accidental death benefit rider, we do offer an account value enhancement or a persistency bonus of 25 basis points in years 11 and beyond. What I'd like for you to take away from this slide is a transparent and consumer-friendly design for your customers. Let's talk a little bit about Barclays Trailblazer Sectors 5. I like to call her the belle of the ball because she's got so many different features that are really interesting and really a great option for you to take a look at in Execudex. So we work very closely with the team at Barclays. They give us unprecedented access. At our core, Barclays Trailblazer Sectors 5 allows you access to all 10 sectors of the S&P, and it can pivot to cash instruments if needed. So if any of the underlying exchange traded funds experience a volatility of 5%, they'll pivot for those cash instruments for that protection. So we won't have the high highs, but we won't have the low lows. When we look at market performance, I'll call your attention to our two strategies, the S&P 11.5% cap. What I'd love to call your attention to in the green box towards the left will be the 20-year average on this one is over 7%. What I'd like to remind everyone is that this includes the last decade of the 2000s where we started and ended the decade at the same point. And there's a lot of us, myself included, that would have loved to have had an average annual return of over 7% during that decade in our IRA or 401k. If we move over to Barclays Trailblazer Sectors 5, again with that 170 par, we're looking at a 10-year average of north of 12%. We don't quite yet have a 20-year look back on this one, as the underlying ETFs had not been incepted prior to 2004. So let's talk a little bit about what makes Execudex policy sing, and that is thanks to a funding bonus rider. So this is where we take a rapid issue IUL and bring its performance in line with preferred fully underwritten products. And what the funding bonus rider does is it allows you to select a high or a low funding level when you illustrate and design the policy. And if you meet your commitments of paying your policy for the first 7 years, your bonus that you'll be eligible for will be credited to the overall policy's account value in years 11 through 30. So if you pay your premiums on time and as expected, just like we do with our homeowners or our car insurance for the first 7 years, you will receive an additional 1 to 2% in bonus to your overall account value in years 11 through 30. I also encourage you not to stop there. The illustration software will default to a 7-pay. I would encourage you to take a look and see if your customer might be interested in paying for an additional few years. You can see a nice boost to income potential as well. So overall, competitive design along with awesome process that we'll talk through in a moment. Let's take a look at competitive design on Execudex. So in this example, we're looking at North American, Allianz, and Symetra in comparison to the F&G Execudex product. These are all fully underwritten products from other carriers, and what you see in all but one scenario does Execudex win. And in fact, in the female example, the next closest competitor is 4.5 times, the next closest, on a 45-year-old female could get nearly 4.5% more annual income than the closest competition with Execudex. So speed, performance without the hassle of a fully underwritten product. So Insta approval, again, exclusively available to Execudex. This is truly where you can apply in minutes with no invasive medical exam or lengthy interview needed for those who qualify. So think of this as a process where you could throw your iPad in your briefcase as you're walking out the door, and over a cup of coffee, you could talk to your policy owner and apply for Execudex, and you know at the end of that cup of coffee that this case has moved on to issue. So truly apply in minutes with no invasive medical exam or lengthy interview. The Execudex application will ask the typical life insurance application information, but we're going to think about this as a reverse engineered application where we're going to be more heavily weighted on those typical Part B questions on the front end, so we can run real-time data checks, and then we'll complete those historically more Part A or Part 1 questions on the back end. So we're running in real time, we're calling into F&G system as we complete that application, and we're running MIB, RX, MVR, a soft credit check, all right while you're sitting there and writing the application. An important part of the Execudex e-application is that we utilize a pre-screening questionnaire. So this is available on the microsite for Execudex, where you can find out a little bit more about maybe those conditions or those individuals who would not be eligible for Execudex. For example, if somebody had been convicted of a felony in the past 5 years, Execudex might not be a fit for them. Additionally, if somebody might be a diabetic that's well managed, but they also smoke, Execudex might not be a fit for those individuals. We're looking for those individuals that are healthy and well managed if they do have a condition. Based on the responses of this pre-screening questionnaire, you'll move on to the second phase of the application to complete the final portions of the application. So think of it as a two-step process. Our anticipated outcome of underwriting workflow for the F&G Execudex is that 70+% of these cases will move on to issue. If we have really great field underwriting and pre-screening, we actually anticipate we could take the issue rate from 70% up to 85%. There's a small percentage of cases that will pop out for an underwriter review. It's just a brief review. There would be no paramet or anything anticipated out of that review. What I would also encourage you is if somebody does not match for Execudex, where it's not a fit for them, that doesn't necessarily mean that they're a decline. I would encourage you to consider other F&G products and offer them that protection opportunity outside of Execudex. It just meant in this particular case, based on all the data we were running, we just weren't able to match them with Execudex at this time. So as we come into the home stretch and really look to take Execudex to market, I would encourage you, if you're going to take note of one website today to look up, it's success.fglife.com/Execudex. It's going to be your one-stop shop for all things Execudex, including there's a lot of great new business and underwriting resources. I mentioned that pre-screening questionnaire. I would encourage any agent before you go out and solicit Execudex that you go ahead and review that, become familiar with it, so you can just have that conversation before you even dive into the e-application. Additionally, notated on this page will be a phone number and email address for our internal sales team. So if you have additional product questions or need illustration support, they're happy to help you with that, as well as there's illustration demos on there. So really all encompassing for all your needs specific to the F&G Execudex IUL. What I'd like for you to walk away from today for Execudex is to know that we truly have designed a hassle-free, app-to-enforce opportunity for you to utilize with your customers. There's no needles or a lengthy tele-interview thanks to F&G's instant approval process. You can increase your policy owner's life insurance protection as an additional vehicle to save for tax advantage retirement funding. We've got that competitive product design thanks to the funding bonus rider. And then we also offer living benefits at no additional charge for chronic and terminal illness. My ask of you today is next time you have an opportunity to please consider F&G Execudex. We'd love to earn your business and help partner with you all. Thank you for your time and attention, and we look forward to hearing from you soon.
Danielle, thank you for that. You know, as I look at what you're presenting here, it's really a very simple solution. Instant underwriting with an opportunity to know, I loved it, by the time you finish a cup of coffee at Starbucks, whether or not you're going to be able to get your client issued. Now, how many of you guys and gals that are listening to this conversation today have thought about one person that would be a candidate for this? So here's my ask of you. Danielle gave you yours. I'm going to give you mine. Go have a conversation with that individual that came to mind as you were listening to what Danielle shared with you today, and then give us a call here at Vision Advisors. Our number is 1-800-505-8489. Reach out to one of our business consultants. Let us run an illustration for you, help you get together what you need to be able to show this to your client, and then have an opportunity to grab that iPad, take them for a cup of coffee, and get the fastest application done you've ever done in your career. You're going to love it. Your clients are going to love it. You're going to get paid well to do it. And it's another unique tool. I told you at the front end, it's a tool in your toolbox you're going to want to pull out and use where it fits on a more consistent and regular basis. Hey, I'm John Terry with Vision Advisors. I want to thank Danielle and the rest of the team at F&G for all they do for us. And I appreciate you guys and gals for taking time to jump on this quick webinar on demand. And we look forward to helping you with your next case. Have a great day.